Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video on how to do a tunnel for the sugar gliders. This will be my first time actually making one, so bear with me and let's hope this comes out right. I have two separate materials. I have the fleece and I also have cotton. The cotton, you'll need to cut it 14 by 18. It was also cut, you can kind of see with my pinky blade, which is like a zigzaggy. And then the fleece you need to cut 13 by 18, so a little bit smaller just because the fleece stretches and whatnot, and you'll see how we do it at the end. I have one of these. Let me flip my camera around. My measuring mat, and this is the blade that I use to cut it with the pinky blade. So again, the cotton is 14 by 18 in length, and then the fleece is 13 by 18. Okay, then I went ahead and cut two little tabs for my cotton. Again, fabric, but you can also see that it's also jagged cutted just to keep it from fraying. So let me pause y'all real quick so I can get everything set up. I already went ahead and put one of my tabs in there, and that's what that's for, just holding it in place. Give me a second and I will be right back. So guys, when you do this, you want to make sure that both the tabs are inside your fleece. So this is the good side, right? So you want to make sure it's inside out, obviously. And then for the fleece, for the cotton, when you put your tab, just fold it in half. The cotton tab that I did was a 1 by 5. You can do it as long as you want, and depending on how big you want your tunnel, is what you're going to determine how many tabs that you put in. I think for this side, off of the lady that I watched to learn how to do this, this is the size that she used. I'm using her exact same measurements. So don't kill me, I'm sorry, y'all can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just adding the tab into it, but I'm lining it up because I'm a little OCD. So folding it perfectly in half like that. Okay, I found where I want to put it. And I'm going to take my pin, or if you have a clip, I don't have those, so I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and pin it to the spot that I want it to be in without pinning my finger. Okay, so there you go, both my tabs are in place. So now this first one I'm going to do is just the straight stitch. Hold on, let me reverse that because that's going to bother me, even though I'm about to take it out. I'm going to do a straight stitch first, and then I'll go back in later and do a zigzag stitch to keep it from fraying and being glider safe. At some point I'm gonna have to change my bottom bobby because it's about to be out of string. And sorry if you hear the kids in the background, they're running around. Okay. Pops down. Settings. Okay. Yeah, I go slow because I'm still just figuring this sewing machine out. I just got it for Christmas, so don't judge. Pin. Oh gosh, sorry. Gonna take it all the way to the end. And then reverse it. Okay. With this, my needle, okay. Now, how the chick did it in her video is she just pretty much did the same thing, and she didn't cut the string. She kind of just continued feeding it. So you're going to do the same thing here. Sorry, I was moving that out of the way. And feed your fleece through. Okay. So your good side and the inside. Okay. Match it up. I guess you can add pins if you want to help you keep it straight. I normally don't, but I think because this is my first time making one, I will, just for the sake of that's what she did. And I'm a visual learner, so why not, right? Okay. I'm gonna do this one. Sorry, I get quiet sometimes and I forget that the video is going. My focusing comes out. take off this other pin. Okay, so at some point my bottom thread is out. So give me a second to redo my bottom thread. I'm gonna pause the video real quick and I'll be right back. So I changed out that bottom bobby, but because it's kind of stopped a little more than halfway through, I'm gonna go over some of my stitching right here and kind of do like the double back stitch just to ensure that it stays stitched and it doesn't come out. Back over it. And I'm just going to continue to stitch all the way through. Going it down towards the end. And then and going forward again. Needle, and now I can cut. I also like to, oh, and sorry, you're gonna cut that as well. When I do stuff like this, I like to also tighten and make sure it's tight. I'll throw my own knot in there and tight. Okay. So 2 things are tied. And make sure, because remember that stitch had stopped. So now you have this that's fully stitched with a little bit out. Okay, and remember your fleece is still on the inside, your good side. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going back to the cotton fabric. So I want to make sure that the strings that were on there prior are off. Okay. So cut the strings off. No strings. Okay. Still with it being inside out, I'm going to put change my stitch setting to a zigzag. If I can find the zigzag on here. Okay, so now it's on the zigzag stitch. And I'm just going to take that straight along that side, making sure the stitch doesn't unravel. Hold on, my string popped. Fun times, fun times. Let me do this real quick. And when you do your zigzag, you want to make sure it's on your tightest zag. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Kids don't know how to act. I'm gonna kind of help it through. Like I said, just following it along that line. I probably should have just did it right on top of that stitch, but it's pretty much just to keep it from unraveling. Making it sugar glider safe. Okay. Up. Like I said, I will, right here, since it's right there, just tighten that towards the end and cut. And I'll cut. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's like, I'm just gonna cut that edge, okay? Now, you should have your straight. Sorry if that zoomed out. Your straight and your zigzag. Okay. Pull it inside out. Oops, forgot to cut the string. Forgot to cut the string. Okay. So you got your tunnel with your, I'm gonna do it this way so y'all can see, I'm sorry. You got your tunnel with your tags. Okay? You're gonna take this, your fleece, and pull through. Okay. Okay. So this is, it's gonna sit, you match it up, okay? So matching your top seams to your top seams. But as well, I could have did this a little bit tighter. Top seams to top seams, okay? You're gonna have some fleece sticking out. So find your middle portion, your middle. So the fleece that you're going to do in the center, you're finding your midway, okay? So fleece should be sticking out on the side. You see this side has a little bit more, so I'm just gonna shift a little bit over. Sorry, I don't have a better way to do this, so. And then you're gonna take your fleece at the end and tuck it, okay? And see I have that fabric sticking out. You're just gonna tuck it, because when I go like this, tuck it again. Okay. And you'll get this to stay because you're going to put a stitch in the middle, okay? And with putting the stitch in the middle, right, your oh no exposed stitches, this is just going to be so thick that the gliders won't even be able to get to it. And you'll see once it's done what I'm talking about. Do it to the, I'm just doing the same thing to the other side. And making, check that. I took that a little bit too far down on that one. Okay, and then fold again is what. Again, this is what she was doing, so I'm kind of just basing it off of what I saw. I can already tell you because I'm like OCD about stuff, so I would probably do them the same size. So your tunnel's going to be like this, okay? They'll have a nice okay. Now you're going to take your off, because you're going to add this stitch like I said. And it's kind of snug, so just work with it, okay? And I'm going to do my, change the stitch out to my smaller straight stitch, okay? And then you're just gonna maneuver this all around. Oh, and I should I'm not going to, since I'm going all around, I'm not going to do the triple stitch back or going forward, because you'll see when I end the stitch, I'll triple stitch over the connecting lines. I'm gonna have to help it through. Sorry if y'all can't see. Oop. That's not good. There we go. Y'all. Okay. Every time this freaking sewing machine does something like that, I kind of just work through it. But y'all know, like, okay, now I'm gonna have to take it off. Y'all know your sewing machines. So if you feel like there is a underlining problem that you cannot work through, stop, completely stop and go through it. But this is just because it's so thick, And the sewing machine does not like thick anything through it. Sorry. Nope, okay. Now, because it's being difficult, I'm gonna take it apart and see what's going on, because I can't visually see. I was trying to avoid that, but okay, because give me 1 second, I got it caught. Okay, y'all, sorry that took longer than I had to take out all the stitching. But now that that's all out, I started it just to make sure it was gonna start. So you put it right back on, and now I'm just sewing all around. Okay, I'm gonna start slowing down because right here is where it all starts to bulk up. So I'm gonna take that slow, just because, like I said, my needle is not a fan of thicker fabric. Okay, so now I'm coming around back to where my original stitching began. Okay, so I'm going to bring it forward, okay, completely forward past where my old stitch or my beginning stitch was, and then bring it back. That way you get your 3 stitch in one. Okay, so gonna continue to the end. Now I'm going over where the initial stitching took place. I'm passing it a little bit, and now I'm gonna take it back. And then forward one more time. Lift my needle. Okay. Then I'm going to cut. Okay. So you're gonna make sure that you cut your inside. Hold on, let me yell at my kids. Sorry, I have 8 kids, so the frequent pauses is because they act crazy when they think mom's not paying attention. So then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, okay? And you can see the stitching very hard to get to, so the gliders will not be able to get to it. But that's how you make a tunnel. Let me know what y'all think. Have a good one. Bye.